To do is to go back and start doing those things. The life we have picked today is very dangerous. Wake up at 6:30, go to the garden by 9, somebody is back home and is at the center, not even at home.
So if you tell him that for you to go and collect water, enough for your 1 acre, needs you to spend 5 hours collecting water alone. And then you need also now to spend 2 hours to water it. And then you do that for every day after 2 days. That one he will tell you, Dokita, it is very hard to grow vegetables in Teso or in Pallisa. Too much sunshine these days. Has the borehole dried out? We don't want to work. We don't want to put in more. That's one thing I see. We don't want to put in more. It's the very reason why coffee failed, because they will tell you these seedlings, you have to take care of them. You just want to go put in a hole and walk away, it is in the bush. And this one also annoys me. Whenever you are driving, you see a lot of bush in eastern Uganda. You can't find that in other regions. It is only in eastern Uganda and northern where you drive a kilometer. In the bush, side by side, you are in a bush. And then people say, we have no land. And then others say we have no.
And as Mr. Isiko was saying, you take maize to grind, women. You leave with the other one, say it's rubbish. But the other person is going to sell your maize bran. Collecting and then he sells. For you have nothing, you have left it there when you have chicken at home. So these are some of the things that we think, simple things that can help us to uplift what? Our people. And when she's talking, all of us here are affected. I keep repeating, including me. Being a minister is not a miracle. Honorable Seku knows that when you leave Parliament, before even 6 months, somebody is broke. Why? But you have been saying they have been getting a lot of money. There's a lottery, but if you are not planning within the lottery, then you have a problem. Because if you come as a member of Parliament and the first thing you do, even you sell the house in Kampala, the next time you arrive home, even the car is going, then the next day you are beginning to walk on foot. What beauty do you have as a leader? So please, mindset is right from up to down. Okay, thank you.
Put the unity in your head. Then number 2, make sure every day you wake up with an intention of saying, I must get 10,000 shillings today on a daily basis. But the problem that we have, most especially the youth, I am an S4 river. There's no job. They're about to recruit police. Maybe I will wait, I will go there. But you waste the time that you are in there, where? At the center. That's why at the end of the day, they end up by taking the bank. When you take the bank, you get more confused. At the end of the day, begin fighting their parents, neighbors, you are beaten, prison. At the end of the day, have you benefited? Nothing. You come up with a person who thinks that Polycarp should die first. He's carrying a small bottle of poison at the center, knowing where I'm going to take my Coca-Cola. Now, instead of you using that mind, that thinking of what is to kill Polycarp, think where to get the money. And how will you make your family develop? But you are wasting time that you want. It takes a soda from that shop, and you want to give me poison, I die. If I die today, won't you also come? You will come. Now, what have you benefited? Even if I died today, will you eat me? Nothing. Will you get money from me? Nothing. So use the brain to benefit yourself and the families.
So we have talked about the PDM. We have received the draft report from the district. And their challenges, I've told them we shall compile a report. And this report under your leadership will be shared and then presented to the different governments. And we have come here, I gave them the issue that you want to drive an agenda of moving people out from poverty. As the daughter of Bukedi, and I told them what is happening in this room is not happening in other regions because of you. Under your Minister of Science, Technology, and Innovation. We hope that we shall take advantage. Because already when they were talking about chicken here, and sometimes the way we eat them and we enjoy, and forget that the chicken has got to produce more. It's already the smallest example of working for Chida Chonka. Instead of thinking that the egg can produce me a bigger thing, because an egg goes at a very small amount, but a chicken goes for a bigger what? Amount of
1,500 people. Now that money belongs to them. If you think that you will come, deceive them, borrow and eat it, they will come for you. So there is no free money that we are going to give. The money is you are going to learn. First of all, you change your mindset. That simply me spending some time on Muiga and I sell some little rice, that is enough. It is not. We need to start to work to produce. So parish development model first targets the mindset. And for me, in my ministry, the first target is the leader. Because the leaders have not known sufficiently, even themselves. They have believed things which don't take them far, even themselves. So there is no way they can lead the rest of the community. So because you don't know what to tell the people, for those of us who are politicians, when you come, you just make some flying promises. Some flying promises to them. I want to say to all the politicians, right from all those seated there to this here, can we pick up politics in 2025, the second half of 2025? For now, let us tell our people to produce. It's not an easy message. I'm able to speak because I have not gone through Karuru. So I can come and speak to you the hard language. But allow even these MPs to speak to you the hard language. Because it is the one which is going to help us to get out of subsistence. This is, parish development model is not a reward system for electing NRM. It's a serious program to help our communities, the last person in the village, to get out of subsistence and enjoy the cash economy. Then we can grow our country. Right now, you see everybody, we want salary increase. You want salary increase. Are you going to cut off Museveni's finger and sell it? He gets money from taxes. Now, if the people who are producing very little, where do you think he's going to get money from everybody? For everybody at it? Should we sell a piece of Uganda to give people taxes? Salaries? You know? So if we all go and produce more, then we are going to have enough money to increase the taxes, the salaries which we want to increase. So let us all listen to this program. Let us all understand. I'm sure you have discussed enough. Ask all the questions and make sure that you have understood everything. Apart from here, we'll be doing one parish in each constituency. In some districts, we may do more than one, depending on the arrangements, but we have supported one parish to make sure that we are able to go to that parish and consult and get to know what is there. The important thing, the first thing in the parish development model is understanding what needs to be done in order for us to get out of poverty, for us to change our mindset, how we produce, what we produce, how much we produce. You cannot grow any economy by people just being given. If what is given is multiplied in Pallisa, then we are going to get out of poverty. But if it is just to give, I was telling people in Kibuku just about an hour ago that if we bring to Pallisa and we give 1 million to everybody in Pallisa, let's give it like 3-4 weeks. That money will be back in Kampala. All of it. All that money will be back in Kampala. Because everybody here will feel so rich. They will go and buy something expensive. And that's something, that person will go back. Either people will go there directly to buy things from Kampala and leave the money there, or they will buy something here which will go, a trader will immediately, and the prices will come back to zero. because that money is not being invested in production in Pallisa.
I want to talk against the trading centers which harbor most of the youth. And they keep talking every nonsense that comes, not thinking that they are supposed to eat. People must know, even the Bible says, that he who does not want to work should not eat. I recently discovered a writing in the book of Proverbs, chapter verse 13, which talks about laziness. And this appeal I wanted it to go to every Ugandan, every Pallisan, religious leaders. Do you want to have poor people in your churches? Oh, mosques? My dear traditional leaders, do you want to have poor people in your clans? But the productive labor, the youth, are in trading centers, whereas it is only the women who are doing all the household chores. And when they plant, what they plant is ready, it is the men to sell. This is enslaving the women, and while the most productive labor from men is just held redundant. So I want us to move on one direction and say no to that wastage of time, and we move on to be all productive. And I know given, because the parish model is just to rejuvenate those businesses which have been there and they have been lacking some implements here and there. So I'm optimistic that the parish model will take up, but I have already challenged the cow to ensure that we, the people who are working to transform others, must show how we can transform by practicing what we already have. Because somebody working with the government is earning a monthly salary. We want to check, follow up and see how as the salary earner use the salary to be exemplary in whichever community the person lives. This money which is in the parish model has been earmarked for the youth and the various interest groups. I want to call upon the youth to take up agriculture and all of those enterprises which are money generating, because it's through work. When we check, even I want to refer to the Bible. When God created man, he put him and the wife in the Garden of Eden. He did not put him in a mansion, he did not put them anywhere, but in the Garden of Eden. And the commandment was, conquer the world, bring it under your control. Now, when we work, we conquer the world and bring it in our control.